Hello, you wonderful friends. This is your pal Edward, and welcome to our networking Zoom for the last Thursday in October. Can I get a double thumbs up just to kick off this official event? I was going to say it's an absolute stellar pleasure having you legendary people with us. And just to kick off the meeting, just going to go through a little bit of cool stuff just to get it all going. Now, you should see my PC screen right now. And I've got a new slide to go through a few cool things with you. So firstly, we've got a great hour together. You might be watching the recording of this or you're live on the line, but either way, it's an opportunity for you to network, promote yourself, make friends, and drive your influence. And I want to give a big shout out to our elite commanders as well. Please connect with them, support them. Some of them are on the call tonight, some of them are, but I'll give you a quick shout out. We've got the legendary PC Panda who's next to me. So can I get love heart for PC Panda? He's really feeling it tonight. Oh my God, we got PC Panda. His account got disabled on LinkedIn recently, so he was posting all his pro-Trump stuff, but hopefully we'll get his account back. You've got Tim Beanland, who's a great guy, great podcaster, connect with him. You've got Adrian Lee. Now, quick one, Adrian Lee won't be with us for the next few weeks because he's helping look after Bub, so connect with Adrian Lee. We've got Margaret Lilburn, who I saw before, so big wave to Margaret. Make sure you connect with her. We, of course, have wonderful Lassie, big wave to Lassie. And of course, Celeste may not be in tonight unless she's in here already. She's got a few interesting shifts. We've got Annette Parker, big wave to Annette. And of course, we've got Tremaine Murphy as well. So big thumbs up to Tremaine. So what I was going to say is with our commanders, whether they're here or not, make sure you connect with them and check out their stuff. And just a few things, tonight's being recorded. Please unmute yourself when you're talking. And then obviously just mute yourself again to keep it moving. Like, share, and comment as well. And be super positive and win so much. So with that out of the way, let's all kick it off by bouncing over to one of our commanders. So how about, I'm just seeing who our commanders are online so far. Annette Parker's looking very sharp and alert. How about we open up with you, Annette? How are you doing this evening?
I'm fantastic, Edward. How are you?
Oh, really good. Now, Annette, you've been going from strength to strength lately, and I got to ask you, what do you put in your coffee every morning?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, as you know, we had a chat during the week. I have been fighting an illness, but I'm winning and I will win. It's all up here. So I'm coming out the other side, and I just had a last test today. So I'm absolutely thrilled. So, yes, moving forward. And, it really is just about making sure you keep moving. I think just keep moving no matter what, no matter where you are, you can always do something. And that's what I did, just kept doing something and took my mind off what was going on. And here I am feeling fabulous. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
Love your drive. And Annette, what are your tips for people to get the most out of tonight's networking experience?
I think well, Celeste isn't here to say it, but it's really, is that me? No. Uh,
That was the aliens were hacking into Margaret's connection, but I got it.
Yeah, look, Celeste isn't here tonight, so I will reiterate what she would say. And it's really important to get yourself out there. So if you're a first timer and you're on here, really build your confidence by getting out as much as you can. Telling people about yourself, supporting other people. If there's someone that you resonate with, reach out to them. Please don't fall into the comparison despair and think, my God, these people are here and I'm here, because we are all at different levels. And I can vouch for the fact that sometimes we have to take a step back and really think about what we're doing. But it really is important to get out there. And if you're shy, then join a challenge. There's so many on there, or join a webinar like this one or another one that builds on your confidence. So just do it, I think.
Beautifully well said. And just before you go, Annette, what do you do and how do you help people?
Okay, so my passion is personal development. So I have a counseling background and I also run a personal development business. And I am also an empath coach. So I really like to work with people who are highly sensitive and perhaps need help setting boundaries, learning how to say no. Quite often, I think I mentioned this last night on Celeste's call, if you're in that position where maybe you're being emotionally abused or you're living with a narcissist, it can really, really take a toll on your self-esteem. So that's my target niche. I work with everybody, but I prefer to really help people that are quite shy and coming forward. Maybe there's some trauma in the background. So I'm always open to speak to anyone. So get in touch if you need me.
Oh my God, can we give a round of applause for Annette Parker? Round of applause to Annette.
Yeah.
That's just incredible, just incredible.
Oh, Celeste is here. Hi,
Yes.
Celeste.
Yes. We'll leave Celeste alone for a few minutes while she gets settled. We'll leave Celeste and Margaret alone for a few minutes, but we'll come back to you, Celeste and Margaret. But what we'll do to kick off the evening is let's do some elevator pitches or just say hello to the room. So what we can do is, 30 seconds, a minute. Feel free to say hello. You can talk about you can introduce yourself. You might talk about your products or services, or you might be launching a book or something. So I want to pick 3 people now. Who wants to go first? We've got Brenda 1, Alessio 2, and Scout number 3. So Brenda, the floor is yours. Good seeing you, Brenda.
Hello. It's been a while, Edward.
I've got to say, I've missed your legendary accent. You sound like it's very Hollywoody, isn't it?
I think it's. I don't like the sound of it, but anyway, everybody else seems to like it, so I can live with that. Hi everyone. So I'm basically here to. I'm a money breakthrough business coach, and I'm very much here to empower women, in particular, to really step into their power when it comes to money, and to see money as their friend more so than something that leaves them. So it's really there, and a loyal friend at that, because we can have friends that we may not consider to be the best of friends. So this is a loyal friend. So it's really blasting out those old money blocks that are stopping you from actually going forward, and replacing that so that you can have the life of freedom and money and security that you desire. So yeah, very passionate about it.
So what's the number one money block you would say on average that most people have?
Most people probably don't feel they're worth their value. So they don't feel worthy of charging or asking for what they're worth, and probably give too much of their time, overserve and undercharge. They're probably the big things for women in particular. Yeah.
Oh, very, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And why women more than men? Why do you think that?
Well, I suppose just women were at home, and we were the homemakers rather than the people out working. Like, men are always, I suppose, being recognized generally as the breadwinners, whereas women were at home and they were the nurturing ones, and they were happy to do that. And now they're stepping out, more so in business. I think women are actually stepping out more in business and establishing businesses now than men. So yeah, it's a complete shift, I suppose. So it's us women feeling empowered, and we're very different in how we'll spend money when we're in business than men. No offense, men, but we do have different values, and how we're going to spend it and what we're going to put it towards is very different. So yeah.
Fantastic. Great movement, Brenda. Please share your links. Can we get applause for Brenda? There we go.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Women's empowerment, a noble cause. And speaking about empowerment using alcohol, Alessio, how are you doing, my Italian friend? What's happening?
I think it's good. How about that?
Have you been eating any pizza, spaghetti, or drinking wine lately in beautiful Italy?
I've just drank wine yesterday. Some Bordeaux wines.
Oh, beautiful. And
Red wine.
What have you been up to, Alessio? What's happening in your amazing land of Italy?
In Italy now we have some lockdowns, nocturnal lockdowns between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. You cannot go out, even if you can only go out to come back home from work, or for a reason that you can prove.
Wow, it's been good. And how's business? What have you been doing in your business, Alessio?
Yeah, I work with wines. My background, as you can see, is champagne, but I'm not in Champagne. I'm in Italy. I work with the field of phenology, looking for the excellencies within this sector, using a platform called Epidemi, which puts the human being at the center of everything. And because the smallest producer has to be put at the center, because the giant may maybe stronger than them. So that's it. And also, smallest producers may have a good quality of wines. So thank you very much, Edward, for this space, and I will give you some tips on the chat box.
Absolutely, Alessio. Big round of applause. Yes, please share your links, Alessio, and always an honor seeing you. We'll bounce over to Scout. Scout, good seeing you. I was thinking about you the other day, and here you are. How have you been, Scout? What's happening in the world of the Scout?
Yeah, hey guys, heaps is happening actually. I'm launching my business very, very soon. So if you are single in Sydney and you cannot face doing dating apps, can't blame you, they're awful. I am running conscious singles events, running courses and doing one-on-one private relationship mentoring to help you deal with all of these wonderful things to do with relationships and finding love. So
Incredible. Wow. So when does do you have any events coming up or any webinars or anything or like that coming up, Scout?
yes, I do in about 3 weeks. November 20th, November 21st, I'll be having my first event around the northern beaches of Sydney. And then in Jan, we'll be in the heart of Sydney.
Excellent. Excellent. That's exciting. So is it for like men, women, improving your dating relationship, that sort of thing?
100%. Imagine a cross between a self-development workshop and a speed dating event.
Wow.
So regardless of what happens, you walk away way smarter, heaps more self-aware, and you've met a bunch of cool people and hopefully somebody to maybe continue your life with.
Tell you what, can PC Panda, I think he wants to go. He's PC Panda's looking for some fun on the town, if you know what I'm saying.
Perfect. We'll see you there.
There you go. Well, PC Panda, we'll when we get his LinkedIn profile back, I'll get you guys connected. Scout, it's a pleasure. Please share. And I think Scout deserves a love heart. Can we get a love heart for Scout? There we go. Are you feeling that, Scout? Do you feel
for
that?
sure.
There you go. Big welcome. Big thank you, share the links, and thank you, Scout. Oh, it's a pleasure. Hey, what we'll do is we're going to put Michael DeHaan under the spotlight shortly because he's got a book coming out. We'll come back to Michael DeHaan, but I actually just want to bounce over to probably Celeste for the moment, and then Margaret. Then we'll hit up Michael DeHaan. Celeste, it's good seeing you. How has life been?
Really good, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, audio's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, everything's going well. I'm chugging along, so always working on a couple of things. So it's just nice to work with different people and run my events and build my course. So yeah, things are going well.
I'll have to show you. I'm just going to go share screen for a second.
Yeah.
I had this new slide that I think you might have missed, but this is the new slide which has all your elite commanders on it. You see yourself there on the right?
Oh, I can see myself with makeup on and my hair done. So that's the better version of me right now.
Well, that's it's pretty good. You look at me very carefully. I had a little bit of hair left about then, but now I had to shave it all off. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, and I got to say, Celeste, every time I refresh my feed, you've crossed another 1,000 followers on LinkedIn. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm on 18,000 right now, which I'm very proud of. So it's always great to have
Stop, Celeste.
new people.
Applause for Celeste, everyone. Applause.
Stop it.
Continue, please.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's just really great to continue growing and connect with more people and bring a message. I've got a bit more full on with my content right now. I'm just giving out value left, right, and center because I think it's super important right now. Just to give more of an insight of what you can do on LinkedIn and how important it is to actually stop sitting back and stand up and share what you do and share value with your core audience.
And exciting. And just so, is your teacher, you've launched your Teachable program?
No, you know what's happened is I am a bit technology challenged.
Oh, yeah.
And the guys next door have decided to renovate their entire unit. And so I'll try to record something and then in the background, there'll be like a drill happening, like, so I have to choose certain times to record things. So it's close to the end, but it's still, a work in progress right now.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we're looking forward to your Teachable program coming out. And just as well, Celeste, what are your top tips for people to get the most out of this networking experience?
Be yourself. I think it's important, whatever you're good at, share it. If you've got some links, share it in the chat. You can download it if you've on a laptop. You can't do it if you're on your phone. But also just connect with people. If there's someone there that you're like, oh, I like the sound of what they're up to, or whatever else. And if you haven't, like if you've been coming here for a few weeks and you've been sitting there in the corner thinking that you're not going to get noticed, stop doing that. Like actually sit up and say, hey, I want to put my hand up and do a pitch, because you're not going to get anywhere in life by sitting back and helping, like thinking that things are going to come to you. It's just not realistic. You're just going to put yourself out there, be uncomfortable, man.
Yeah. Especially in this whole, post-COVID world. Absolutely. If you don't put yourself out there, you just get steamrolled by everyone else, don't you, Celeste?
Exactly. And I don't care. I look like an idiot all day, every day, because I'm taking those little risks and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. What are people going to do? We're also worried about how we're perceived, that we stop ourselves from doing things. So just give it a go. And what's the worst that can happen?
If I can slightly disagree with you, I think you hardly look like the idiot. I think you look like a powerful leader. In fact, friends, if you think Celeste looks like a powerful leader, can you put up your hand? There we go.
Oh, stop. Oh,
yeah. I
my cheeks are hurting.
There you go. No, but seriously, Celeste, you are hardly the fool. You're the powerhouse leader.
Yeah, but I have fun with it. Do you know what I mean? And I say things, I'm like, oh, maybe this might annoy someone or divide opinions, or it's a bit too in your face. You've got to put those fears aside. That's what I mean by, an idiot. Like there's that risk of maybe annoying people or whatever, but you've got to go and put your message out there for people to actually know what you're up to and how you serve people.
Oh, beautifully said. No, Celeste, absolutely gold. Oh, and just as well, Celeste, just before you go, any hot LinkedIn tips for us tonight?
As I said, I was very cheeky a few weeks ago, and I'll be cheeky again. If you want to know about LinkedIn, work with me. I offer one-on-one mentoring sessions.
Oh, there you go.
I love hanging out with my clients. It's so cool sitting in my lounge, got the microphone on, and we end up, making progress, and people always come back to me with good feedback. So I'm always happy to help people and help people rise. And it's always good to know people as well.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Celeste. Please share some links with us. And I got to say thank you again. We absolutely appreciate you.
No worries. Thank you.
Pleasure. And we'll just bounce over to Margaret and then Michael DeHaan. Margaret, how are you doing this evening?
Doing very well. I was driving before, so I was trying to multitask. But no, I'm doing very well. Doing very well.
And I was speaking to Isabel as well. Just so you know, everyone, Isabel will probably arrive in Sydney tomorrow. There's been a few delays from Brisbane with the whole border lockdown. But are you excited to have Isabel come to town, Margaret?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really looking forward to it. We've got a lot in common, a lot of things to share, and she's a real dynamo and very real. And that's something I try to be as well.
And I think you should definitely go hit Scout's singles event. So maybe hit the town with Scout or something.
We might be setting up our own.
Oh,
I'm going to be in the process of converting one of my other meetup groups to a social group. And Isabel and I are going to run it together.
Oh, so a declaration of war against Scout. Well, Scout will have to dig deep and resist.
We'll just draw the line at an age group. I'll take the youngies.
Okay, are we talking about chronological or biological?
Oh, good question. I think it's cool. On a funny note, and I got to actually have to credit Margaret and Isabel on this one. I'm actually running a webinar next week on dating and relationships. I'm running the webinar. I think that'll be a complete disaster, Margaret, don't you?
I don't know. I've never heard you talk about that subject.
Yeah, it's just going to be weird, crazy Persian stuff, but we'll see what happens.
I did hear you talk about abundance, and I thought that was really fantastic, because that's certainly something I could actually run a workshop on. Been thinking about that.
Oh, yes. And while I've got you then, Margaret, you've said the A word, not arsehole, I mean abundance. What are some of your abundance tips? Because I love abundance, and so does PC Panda.
Be very careful about what you say, because you create your reality. If you say I always miss a bus, that's what happens. If you turn around and say I always catch a bus, that happens. I would never say things like I cannot afford, because it sets up a vibration of lack. Instead of that, say what I like to say is I cannot justify it.
Yeah.
then there is not a vibration of lack that's sent out to the universe.
Yeah, that's so true, because what I've really learned from you, Margaret, is you got to be so careful what you say, because it kind of ends up happening. You got to really watch what you wish for.
Yes, and I was joking with Isabel yesterday, and I was saying the reason why, I mean, I actually think it's fine in this forum to let the cat out of the bag. I don't, I actually said to Isabel, I said, look, you know, the reason why your flight's been delayed is because the universe knew I wasn't ready. So your room wasn't ready. So that's why your flight was delayed.
So you sabotaged Qantas and you got Isabel stranded at Brisbane Airport.
And give me a couple of days to get more organized. Love it. I'm powerful. What can
There
I
you
say?
go.
I'm powerful.
I'm going to ring up my friends from the Australian Federal Police and say, don't let Margaret near the airport. There you go. No, just kidding. You're doing good. No, Margaret, seriously, you're doing great. Just before you go as well, what are your tips for people to do to get the most out of our networking event we're on now?
Okay. So short and sweet and simple. Follow the leaders in your field. After all, they've already done the hard work. And the comments that are being made on their posts will actually be ones that are interesting and relevant to you. So I think that's a really great strategy.
Oh, beautiful. Round of applause. Margaret, thank you. Really appreciate you. And just bouncing off Margaret saying, as we go through everyone, we're going to have heaps of spots. Please use the chat on the side, share your links. Also, too, you can privately message with each other too. So thank you, Margaret. We'll bounce over to Michael Dahan. Michael, how you been, my friend?
I'm really good, Edward, really good. And a little bit of thanks to Margaret. So I'm one of Margaret's guinea pigs. And it's very strange. I go to a coffee shop now and order an oatmeal milk, no sugar coffee.
Oatmeal?
So, sorry?
Oatmeal?
I know that oatmeal. Sorry, no, I meant another milk, sorry. And and I'm also having toast. I'm having bread that doesn't toast. So I'm feeling a lot healthier and I'm loving it. So thank you, Margaret. I'm not the best guinea pig, but I'm doing all right.
Got it. So you're having oatmealish milk and you're having bread that's not toast.
That's you're with me. You're with me, Edward.
Wow. Okay. And it's obviously working. I'm impressed.
Look at me. I'm growing hair.
I lost mine over 10 years ago. That's really good. Michael, I've got to say, you've been going from strength to strength lately. And we were talking a bit before the meeting. You've got an exciting announcement coming out. Can you tell us a bit about it, my friend?
So we've just launched a book. So I was a co-author in a book. So it's a global book around the business of connections. And a lot of the authors wrote about their mentors and who sort of supported them in their life. And what I wrote about was quite personal. So it was about connecting with myself and connecting with that 7-year-old boy that's sort of a little bit lost or a little bit scared or whatever that may be, and telling a lot of my truths in that book. So, and it was around mentoring. So, you know, even being with you, Edward, we've caught up a number of times and that sort of mentoring and supporting me around my confidence to tell the truth. But I'm proud of the book and it's launched 2 days ago. It's going on Amazon and the author also authored the books for Princess Fergie. So it's going to be an amazing book and can't wait for it to come out.
Wow. So you and Princess Fergie are both being published by the same company.
We're like that.
Oh my God, Princess Fergie. I hope she got over that whole foot biting thing with the Texan industrialist. Yeah, I remember the foot biting Fergie thing. I certainly do.
I do.
No, congrats, man. That's so exciting. You got to be thrilled.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah.
So when you get the link, please share it. Oh, you'll probably have the link for next week. Is that what you were saying before?
Exactly right. I'll have the link in a day or two, but yes, I'll definitely have it for next week.
Excellent. And just before you go as well, do you have any webinars or anything cool like that coming up? So I know you're always doing webinars and cool stuff.
I've got and I want to connect with you, Brenda. So I really liked your introduction. So you're doing exactly the same thing as I do. I believe in abundance. But so this Women Empowerment Series, I'm interviewing some amazing women and 3 that have come from your networks, Edward. So this is what you need to do, put yourself out there. So I've interviewed Dale Stevens and Dean Snow and Tasia. So 3 amazing women and connections through yourself and through people in this room. So always reach out. Never. I always ask. I've learned to ask, and some great people, and they tell their story about how they've grown, how they've been leaders in their true sense, and how they use their voice and visibility, which I'm just so passionate about. So use this network, guys. It's very powerful. Thank you.
And just on that point as well, Dale Stevens was in the first few seasons of the Australian hit show Blue Heelers. She played one of the detectives.
Yeah.
And Tasia is a actress, and she's a voiceover artist. Now she's been in a lot of Disney and Star Wars films, and she was also in Star Trek: The Next Generation. So she acted in it, and so Tasia's got an amazing career. So great that you got her on your show.
No, thank you.
Pleasure. Big round of applause. Big thank you. Now, my friends, we're about halfway through, and now is the time for a bit of a stretch. So what we're going to do is we'll get Celeste a bit later on to do some music, but not just yet. Now's a good time for a stretch. So if you can stand up, please stand up. If you can't, just now's time for a bit of a stretch. Just stretch a little bit, get your arms up, show off your biceps to the camera as well. So definitely show off your biceps to the camera. Yeah, Brenda's been definitely doing a bit of Sarah Connor stuff. So Brenda's been doing the press. So yeah, please just stretch around, chill, take it easy. I gotta say we're all doing good. So my friends, we're kicking butt. Let's take some elevator pictures as well. If you want to say hello to the room, please. Annie 1, Amir 2, and Pauline 3. All right, let's do it. So we got Annie, Amir, and Pauline. So Annie, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Edward, and hi, everyone. I am so super excited tonight. I have got 3 things to be excited about. Celeste has reached 18,000 followers. I've reached 1,000, and I'm so excited. I'm as excited as Celeste is with my 1,000 followers because I had 113 to start with, so I think I've done all right. The second one is I'm in Melbourne and we are out of lockdown. Yay.
Ah, yes. The communists decided to let the proletariats out for a while, didn't they?
We can go. Hey, the world's following us now, Edward.
There you go. I can't wait till you vote that guy out of office, but I'm glad your lockdown's ended.
And of course, my third thing is my book, which is called The Strength Within. I'm a 3 times cancer survivor, but I don't dwell on the disease. I talk about overcoming adversity with determination and resilience and looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. And my book will be out as an audio book for those who prefer audio and don't want to read. And it'll be out in a couple of weeks. And I should sit with the distributors right now. So I shall let you all know when it's available.
Oh, congratulations. Incredible, Annie. And I was going to say, before you go, how did you maintain such a positive disposition during the time of your extended lockdown? Because I got to say, you powered through lockdown, Annie.
I did. Thanks to social media and LinkedIn, because I had a book launch organised, which had to be cancelled. But, your forum was a major factor, and meeting all these great people and inspiring me and just contacting media. And so I've been in the newspaper, I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I've been all over the place, all from the comfort of my own chair.
Congratulations. You should become a political commentator now, maybe run for Liberal office and call for the end of the Dan Andrews administration. Become a political operative.
I like to stay away from politics.
No, just kidding. Annie, can we give a thumbs up to Annie? Annie, we appreciate you and thank you absolutely so much. We'll bounce over to Amir and then Paulina. Amir, how you doing, my friend?
Awesome, Edward. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Good to see you. You're a little bit quiet, Amir, so make sure you get nice and close to your mic and tell us what you've been up to.
How's that? I've got a boom mic.
No,
it's the mic from the laptop. What have I been up to? Well, I was invited up to the Blue Mountains with Pauline that I met through Edward. Hello, Pauline. And that was incredible. And we did cover, so I'm launching a workshop that's doing 12 workshops in a row to help people do the DIY side of finding property. Normally you'd pay a buyer's agent 2% of what you're buying. And we're running this workshop that's really a DIY that reveals the secrets of how I've done it. And Pauline really helped with testing out the first 15 to 20 slides that I was doing, just to make sure that they actually sound normal, that they're not all jargon, that they're not all the way that I would expect it to be. So Pauline, thank you very much. And yes, obviously it's $47 per week, but like we said last week to anybody in the vault, if you're a participant within Ed's group and you're going to be authorized by Ed, so Ed has to give you the yes, it's okay. But yes, the vault people can go instead of $47 a week for $47 a month. So instead of $531, you're looking at about $143. Massive saving there, because you guys are the ones that put yourselves out there and really get things done by yourselves, but a DIY solution that reveals the big secrets. So good luck with that, but send me an email to my details in the chat box at buyer@amirmeshel.com.au if you want to be part of the workshop. And it's a full question and answer, 1 hour each week. So please let me know, but Ed definitely has to say that you're definitely a paid and subscribed member. And Ed, thank you very much for connecting me with Pauline. The Blue Mountains were fantastic.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Amir, can we get double thumbs up for Amir? Thank you, my friend. It's a pleasure. And that flows naturally to Pauline. Now, Pauline has had a huge change in life. She's just moved to the Blue Mountains, working with these cute little critters. What have you been up to, Pauline, in your new life?
Hi, everyone. I'm Pauline, and since 10 days, I'm on an alpaca farm working as a volunteer. I work around 6 hours a day, 5 times a week. I feed the alpacas, and yesterday something something amazing happened. 2 babies got born, so really cool. Yeah, they're so sweet. I'm having the best time. So I'm working as a volunteer, and next to that, I'm also building up my own aloe vera business. So I help other people find the right products that fits for them. At this moment, I'm planning on making a few campaigns in November, also in Christmas, and also something which really important. I'm a full-time traveler, and sometimes it's really hard. And so I'm really active on LinkedIn, and I decided, Ed knows about it. I called him this morning to tell about it. Once a week, I haven't decided which day, I'm gonna tell like the truth day about like questions that people ask me, and like actually if you're not a traveler, like how to respond if a traveler is homesick or feels lonely. I'm gonna talk about that, because what I find, a lot of people don't know how to handle that, or like it's a taboo, people don't like to talk about it. So I'm gonna break that taboo, and I'm just gonna talk about it. So if you have any tips, like a subject that you think that's really important, feel free to contact me. And yeah, I hope I can be a help. And also, Amir, thank you for coming to the Blue Mountains. It was a great time.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And Pauline, I was just wondering, do you have any links you can share with us, like links to your aloe vera site or whatever? Any links or anything?
Yes, I have a few links. I will post it in the group chat.
Exactly. And thank you, Pauline. Just on that note, just before you go, I just want to add some commentary. With the whole loneliness thing, a lot of people don't know. So one of my side roles is I help run Meetup across Australia, the Meetup platform. And I work directly with the guys from New York. And what's interesting is that loneliness between the UK, Australia, and the US, loneliness has negatively impacted at least 60% of the population. So loneliness is a taboo that you're not allowed to talk about, but basically everyone suffers from loneliness to a serious level at some point in their life. So I really love where you're going, Pauline. I think you're tackling a real taboo that needs to be tackled.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Can we get double victory for Pauline? There we go. Double victory. Pauline, we love you. And next time, can you know, I've got PC Panda. Can you bring an alpaca on the Zoom call, or will they squirm around a little bit, the alpaca?
I don't have an alpaca with me, but I can send you a picture if you want.
Yeah, so if you can't bring an alpaca with you like PC Panda, you have to send a picture or something. But no.
Yeah, I will send you a picture. Cool.
Pleasure. In fact, speaking about pictures, thank you, Pauline. Now's a good time for us to take a group photo. What I was going to say is, please turn on your we'll spend like half a minute. Please turn on your webcams, get ready. Now is a perfect time for a group photo, I was thinking. Lassie's all prime. You can see Lassie and the piggies. Can we wave for Lassie? There we go. Wonderful Lassie and the piggies. All right, so turn on your webcams and let's get ready. Are you there, Annie Pateman? Annie Pateman? She must be off drinking some coffee. So let's go for anyone. And feel free to take your photos now. Now, the trick is with taking this group shot is you got to hold the smile. So I've got time to take the screenshot using the Snagit software. So don't move for a second. Just making sure my software is working. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to go full screen. Full screen. All right, everyone. Now you want to smile and hold the pose. Smile and hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, and big smile. Oh, yes. That was awesome. I'm looking at it now. Oh my God, that was a legendary photo. And man, I've got to say, we're all such very sexy people. Do you think you're, if you think the person next to you is sexy, can you put up your hand? Person next to you is sexy. Excellent. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Hey, Jocelyn. Good seeing you. So, my friends, we're doing great for time. Actually, one thing I got to do is we got the awesome Tremaine Murphy on the line, who's another hot ball guy like me. Tremaine, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Edward, how you going? I'm very good. Like other Melburnians, we're finally out of lockdown and went out for dinner last night, which was such a treat. So yeah, really well, really well.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if I was in Melbourne and lockdown ended, I'd start a protest outside the Victorian Parliament right now.
Oh, well, I tell you what, Edward, when are you? Can I ask? Are you looking at going for? Are you getting right into politics? Is that what's happening? Are you going to?
Well, yes, a lot of people have said
just steering the ship away from Labor. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so basically I'm the opposite of communism. So if I can do anything to stop the commies, I'll be there. That's pretty much my agenda, Tremaine.
Love it, mate. Love it. Good to know we've got you in our corner, mate. Good.
Yeah. Now, Tremaine, I just want to say, we're proud clients of yours. You have helped us give us the amazing Justine Rosabella Jimenez. You helped us hire her. She's like the best VA in the world. Thank you for that, Tremaine.
Oh, you're most welcome. And I think it's all on Justine. We're absolutely blessed to have her apply and go through the process and make it to be selected by you guys. So I'm glad she's doing really well. Yes, we provide we provide small business clients and some medium clients now coming on, bigger clients. With offshore support with virtual assistants. You know, it's an interesting time at the moment. Something I'm exploring is this notion of change resistance. And we've just moved our business over from using Zoom and Skype and a few other tools onto Microsoft Teams. And I thought I was one of those guys who was all over this whole idea that I don't let the admin and the other stuff build up, and I'm completely on board with pivoting. And, you know, I'm pretty versatile. I'm pretty cool with that stuff. I just did not like the experience. My business partner, Devang, just announced on Sunday night, oh, by the way, we've moved the whole business over to a new platform starting tomorrow morning at 7. And I have to say, it's interesting. I found, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But, you know, it was this whole thing of I had everything set up perfectly. It's like my calendar had the click with the link to the video, the meeting request it just all worked. And I set it up. And then now the new platform's great, and I've got used to it weeks and weeks later, but it just got me thinking, you know, with change, it's just not easy. We get comfortable, and once we get comfortable, then we don't want to change. And I guess I'll always be in business because people get to a point with everything where they get a bit stuck and they get focused on things that are not necessarily the best thing for them. And so I'm going through that process now of shedding my skin and offering a lot of admin and other work and getting support through our VAs. And that's what we do. So guys, if you guys need some help, please reach out. I'd love to see if I can support you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And thank you. And speaking for Lassie, let's wave to Lassie again. Lassie's got 2 little piggies all over her. Yeah. Speaking on behalf of Lassie is Justine Rosabella. Wave to Justine Rosabella. Justine,
Hey,
in fact,
you're on the other screen, aren't you? Let me see
yes,
that.
so Justine said Justine is being the ultimate VA, and we just can't recommend Tremaine enough. So if you've got too much admin, if you need some help, we highly recommend Tremaine for VA. So make sure you talk to Tremaine about VA. So Tremaine, just want to say a big thank you.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Lassie. And thank you, Justine. Keep up the good work.
In fact, can we just Justine Rosabella has been fighting hurricanes and earthquakes. Justine Rosabella, how are you doing this evening? Can you hear us?
I'm doing good. Just a while ago, I guess 10 minutes ago, we have an earthquake again while we're having Zoom. So yeah, it's just pretty normal.
Quick question. How can you remain so calm while there's an earthquake going on? I'd be freaking out now if I was you. You've got nerves of steel.
Actually, I just get used to it because we always have an earthquake here, so
It's just normal. It's like, you know, wake up, you know, have some food, jump on Zoom, earthquake, just a normal evening in the Philippines, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say, just speaking on behalf of Lassie and myself, thank you. Keep up the great work. And everyone, make sure you connect with Justine as well. She's here to support you. So can we give a love heart for Justine? Massive love for Justine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And stay away from those volcanoes. They can get very unstable during earthquakes. Pleasure. All right, friends. So, friends, we're doing great for time. Let's do some more elevator pitches, especially if you haven't spoken yet. I invite you to put up your hand now. So if you haven't spoken yet, especially, we've got Rashab 1, Suzanne Smart 2, and Subin number 3. So we've got Rashab, Susan, and Subin. Subin, there you go. Rashab, the floor is yours. Say hello.
Yeah, so great to be a part of this event. And I'd like to thank Alicio. He actually invited me to your event. And a lot of familiar faces here. I attend Celeste's event almost every week. So I've been there consistently. So about me, so my name is Rishabh and I'm based in Mumbai, India. So by profession, I'm a mechanical engineer. And most recently, I was an international in the US. So I got my master's degree there. And also worked for more than a year in industry where I've learned how to design systems for customers, manage client projects, and work across various teams to solve problems. And as a student in the US, I've also got to experience a research environment. So I've got this good mix of skills. So why I'm on your networking event is because I'm looking for my next job in Europe. So I'm quite passionate about applying all this knowledge I've gained so far to develop sustainable systems for companies which protect the climate. So naturally, I quite gravitate towards the energy and automotive sectors because that's where all the developments are happening. And some markets that I'm looking at right now are actually Germany and Nordic Europe because that's where the engineering market is quite strong. And apart from my career, I'm actually a music enthusiast. So I like to karaoke sing. I'm not doing that during the lockdown. I miss that a lot. I play the keyboard. I know at least 6 to 7 different dance styles. I like cooking and traveling to various places to explore nature as well. So that's about me. And I'm learning German as well so that I can start working in Europe.
Oh, there you go. Well, you know, it's you're just busy kicking butt. You cook, you clean, you cook Indian, and you speak German, Rashab. I gotta say, PC Panda kind of likes you, if you know what I mean.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Big thumbs up for Rashab. It's a pleasure. And we'll bounce over to Suzanne Smart, then Subin. Suzanne, welcome. How you doing, Suzanne?
Just a mute there. Really great. Thank you very much. Lovely to be here. Lovely to see lovely Celeste again. And Annette, I recognise from yesterday, and Brenda. And thanks to Alessio for the invite. Brilliant to be here. So I'm Suzanne Smart and hello everyone. I'm a trauma transformation coach and I help people who have experienced narcissism, domestic violence, work-related intimidation to transcend their fear triggers created by their past experience that can totally crush their self-esteem and confidence. And I help to reconnect with their inner spark, increase confidence levels, create healthy coping mechanisms and tools, propel them towards healing, bring sunshine back into their lives and live a life of purpose on purpose. So the program that I've developed, Positive Imprint, creates lasting impressions for transformation. And what it is a rescue package for leaving the fear, the shame, the guilt behind. So in terms of me, I'm a coach, a speaker, Reiki master teacher, NLP practitioner, mental health first aider, an empath, and an aspiring author. And I use all of my skills and my expertise in the above and in counselling CBT to effect transformation. So in terms of who I service, two types of clients: individuals who are ready to not only survive abuse, but to thrive and completely transform their lives, and companies with a mission to value the mental well-being of their workforce by eradicating intimidation through facilitating workshops on microaggression, subconscious bias, restoring harmony, and improving the lives of all concerned. So if you're someone you know needs any of my services, I'll leave my details in the chat box, including the first chapter of my award-winning book based on my program, which is in production as we speak. So Suzanne Smart, Positive Imprint, Lasting Impressions for Transformation.
Oh, Suzanne, just before you go, you'll appreciate this. I had a rough childhood. I spent a few years in the foster system, which kind of sucked. And I used to get beaten up all the time, but about 15, I got really good at fighting. I used to beat up a bully every week. So I just want to share that with you.
Yes.
So basically, by the age of 18, I was already I was basically a street fighter by then. Basically, you go to a new school, the first thing you got to do is beat up the bully. I was very good at that.
Awesome.
Bullies, I punished a lot of them. So just think about that when you go to bed late at night.
Love it.
Pleasure. Now, Suzanne, taking down bullies is my middle name, and I appreciate what you're about. Suzanne, can you share some links with us too?
I will do. I'll put my LinkedIn
in my boat then. And now, Subin, how you doing? After talking about bashing up people, we're now going to go to one of the most kindest people I know. Subin, how you doing, my friend?
Thank you, Ed. Fantastic and great to meet everyone on Thursdays. I'm a project manager. I live in Sydney. I moved into project management from an engineer. Currently, what I'm doing is developing materials and training courses for project managers to sharpen up the leadership skills. So if you're a project manager or a project manager to be, and if you're interested in developing and getting to know about leaderships, please connect with me or direct message with me. I'd like to hear from you, and I'll love to work with you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And just before you go, Subin, I mean, you've got some incredible experience. You've worked with some great people, and I got to say, you are an amazing man who totally undersells himself. You are a lot more powerful than you let on.
Thank you, Ed, and my pleasure to work with you and everyone here. Yep.
It's a pleasure, and I do mean that. Big shout out for Subin. He's a very kind man with a good heart that knows what he's doing. Can we get double thumbs up for Subin? Subin, we appreciate you. Now, just a quick one before I forget as well. We've got about 10 minutes left. What I'm doing is I'm now sharing a link for our next meetup. So what I've just done is in the chat, if I could ask a favor now, please, if you can go to that link that I've shared right now and book in for our next Zoom, that'll be great. So our next Zoom is next Thursday, 6 p.m. Sydney time. If you could please follow that link and book in right now, I'd appreciate it. So the way it works on Meetup is basically the more people that book in is the more promotion it gets in the algorithm. So if you can just jump along there and book in right now, that would be awesome. And also to thank you, Alessia, as well. If you know anyone as well, we love guests in our meetup. So if you know that there's anyone good for, please bring all the guests you want. The more for merrier. So if you can book into that one right now, that would be really good. Another quick one as well. This is with wonderful Celeste and Margaret, myself. If you're in Sydney, I'm just digging up the link now. We've got our next face-to-face meetup coming up. So if you are in Sydney and you want to join our next face-to-face meetup, I'm just sharing the link now. It's on, just shared the other link. This link I've just shared is on Tuesday, the 10th of November, 5 p.m. at the Sydney Pump House, which is part of Novotel Darling Square. That's our next face-to-face meetup. So if you're in Sydney and you want to come, same deal, please book in right now. And of course, guests are most welcome. It was really good. Everyone got me drunk on whiskey last time, and I got home smelling like a brewery. And I think Charles and I we went and had drunken McDonald's, didn't we, Charles? That was a good night, Charles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good night. Bit of a late Big Mac, but no, it was good. Lots of learning, meeting new people.
And we had a good drunken walk across Darling Harbour, didn't we?
It was a gorgeous evening walk for me and the Edward, partner in crime. Yeah.
And it's a pleasure. While I've got you, Charles, can you tell us quickly what you do, my friend?
I'm a Bitcoin miner. I've got several hats at the moment. I'm working on different projects. I've got a supplier that's come to me with a future of timber products. I'm building a website for him, doing a 4-week marketing campaign. At the end of the day, a lot of my clients consider me the money expert. So when it comes to being financially free, whether it's using property or gold or using cryptocurrency, that's where a lot of the conversations take place.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And just a big vouch. Charles is an amazing man. Charles, if you've got any links, please share them with us. I'm sure everyone would love to see them. Oh, pleasure. Big thumbs up for Charles. And speaking about Ed getting drunk, I want to bounce over to my friend Trent Morris. Trent Morris bought me some of the most smoothest, beautiful whiskey that night. How you doing, Trent?
Mate, I am fantastic, thank you. And I'll give a shout out to Charles as well. We actually caught up for a beer yesterday in a pub that had no beer. So that was an interesting event. But anyway, we were at your favourite place, mate, Bay Vista, and we both arrived thinking we were going to have crepes and beers, and we ended up having crepes and Coke instead. So, mate, doing real well, having an absolute blast.
It's a pleasure. And Trent, you're an amazing man. We're going to catch up soon. I'm pumped to interview you. You're a business mentor and logistics, military veteran, and everything, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those guys. I'm a sort of not an expert in anything specifically, but a bit of a jack of all trades. I am in supply chain full time. That's what I do for a day job. I like to tell people by day I'm a supply chain director, and by night I'm Batman. Batman gone to seed. Like they say, I don't have a 6-pack. I've got a whole keg. We're doing well. COVID's been an absolute boon for us from a supply chain perspective, because everyone suddenly realised they've got one. As I go, actually, some help from people. Please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm looking for an IT platform at the moment that will manage very large scale transport systems. So if anyone has anyone that they know in that industry, let me know. We're particularly interested in speaking to startups who have got a really good product, but it has to be extremely robust, because this is about $1 billion spend on transport. So have a think about it. And if you know anyone who does it, please let me know. And by night, I came to the realization after a nervous breakdown a couple of years ago that corporate sucks. And so I got into the contracting space, but my real passion is for helping young entrepreneurs find their feet. I work with quite a few young entrepreneurs, mostly around mindset and entrepreneurial skills. And I've got an amazing mentor who guides me, and I love introducing people to. So if you know anyone who's looking for an opportunity, I like to say, if you're looking for an A player who feels like they're stuck in a B game, i.e. corporate, please ask them to reach out. I'm happy to have a chat, but be aware there is quite a serious qualification process, because I'm not interested in just working with anyone. I only want people who are serious. So yeah, but mate, absolutely loving life. And all I can say is Trump 2020.
Oh my God, yeah. And just so you know, on that note, I'm actually releasing an article tonight. A lot of people have been asking me, will Trump win the US election? The answer is yes. And I'm actually releasing my article tonight with the analysis and justification. So again, Trump will win the election, and stay tuned. My analysis will be coming out later on tonight. So you're either going to love it or hate it, but I'm going to be telling you the truth. So Trent, love your work, man. And it's going to be some crazy times ahead, huh?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Looking forward to it. Turbulence is good for business.
Exactly. Yep. Good for business. Good for business. So now, friends, I was just going to say, we've got a few minutes left. Let's do some elevator pitches, especially if you haven't spoken yet. Now's a great time for you to say hello. So if you want to speak and you haven't yet, please put up your hand nice and high. We got Cami1. Who else wants to speak? Cami1. Put up your hand nice and high. Cami1. Just Cami, huh? Okay. Got Cami and Anya. Thank you, Anya. I was looking at we got Cami, Anya, and that's who we. Oh, and we got that very handsome Pascal guy. Very, very handsome, beautiful man. All right, so we go Cami, Anya, and Pascal. All the exotic names. Cami, the floor is yours.
Hi, Edward. Nice to meet everyone, old and new. So yeah, I'm not in the jungle, so I'm in London. I'm just using my back screen.
On that one, it looked a bit like Predator before because you'd had the jungle and you come in and out, and I thought like you're gonna blow off PC Panda's head or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm in London early morning. So I'm a health and wellness coach. Yesterday I got my another client to work with me to improve his health and wealth and what else. So yeah, I help people within 26 countries. So it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, New Zealand, wherever, I can help anyone. So you do everything through the phone, so it's no worries. So yeah, if anyone's interested, my details in the chat box. I will put it again. All right, thanks, Edward.
Thanks, Cami. A pleasure. Please share your links, and can we get a victory sign for Cami? Victory sign. We're going to bounce over to my friend Anya. Anya's been in an intensive NLP course, and I'm so glad you could join us. Anya, how was your course today? How's it been?
Sorry. Hello, Ed. Hello, everyone, and hello, PC Panda. And yes, I'm in the city jungle today. Yes, the course been going really well, and I'm doing crewing or assisting with a course. The first time I've done it was a few years back, and it's always great to go back and relearn and to learn something new, what you could have missed, or learn something new from a different trainer. It's always very refreshing and very inspiring. So yes, I'm in the course for 7 days until end of Monday, so hence I'm late today. But yes, and I'm myself a practitioner of NLP, hypnosis and behavioral analysis, and I work both with individuals and groups of people, particularly within corporate setting. I hear what Trent says, and one of the reasons I do work with groups of people in corporate setting, because my aspiration is to change relationships within corporate world and bring more respect, authenticity, collaboration, so people work as a team and achieve better results and feel more fulfilled. Can you hear me? Could you hear me?
I think Ed's frozen. And to be perfectly honest, he actually looks quite good in that, just like that. It's awesome.
Ed's frozen in time.
Well,
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
I have returned. I have returned.
We could hear you, Anya, though. We could hear you.
We can hear you. Okay, great, because I thought I was frozen.
No, it was the communists at Victorian Labour that were hacking into my 5G connection.
Oh, I hope they were not of Russian origin.
No. They're of Victorian origin. So now, just before you go as well, Anya, have you got some links you can share with us too?
I will do my best to do that through my phone. Yes, absolutely. I will share my LinkedIn link. Listen to that, and I will also share the link to my Meetup group where I do weekly workshops and meetings and invite different speakers and presenters, and might be helpful, particularly if you if you want to build a career or want to help someone to build a career and do it congruently with themselves and others. That might be a good place to come to on Tuesday night.
Anya, it's a pleasure. Can we get double victory for Anya? There you go. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Anya, bless your heart. And the final pitch of the evening is the very handsome, sexy model, Pascal Mayer. How you doing, Pascal? You're very PC Panda kind of likes you.
Good evening. I'm going to have to stay away from PC Panda then. Good evening, everyone. Hey, thanks, Ed. This is great to be back. I honestly haven't been to any kind of meetup since COVID started. So I'm glad to see that people are doing everything on Zoom and getting into that. I don't really have anything to pitch tonight, so I guess I'll just kind of introduce myself and say hi. My primary business at the moment is in hospitality. I run a few German food trucks, and that's been fairly slow, as you can imagine, through COVID. Oktoberfest has been a good month, but relatively we're a lot quieter than previous years. So, but I've used this time over the last couple months to reconnect with someone that my dad introduced me to a while ago, a businessman from the States who's been running businesses all around the world, and I reconnected with him over this last year, and he's running a entrepreneurial mentorship and business training program in Sydney, which is great to be connected to again. And I've started working closer with him and learning a lot from that. So I'm really excited to finish the year strong, get into next year, and make the most of it, because I had high hopes for 2020. Things didn't really go the way planned, but making the most of it every way we can.
And I got to say, I love your frame, Pascal. I was going to suggest as well, you may not have a business, but feel free to share your LinkedIn link with us or something. Share some links so people can connect with you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Absolutely. Yeah, please connect.
Oh, Pascal, it's a pleasure. Big thumbs up to Pascal. And guess what, my friends? That brings us to the end of the evening. So I just want to say big thank you for coming. If you're listening to the recording of this, make sure you connect with everyone. If you're live on the line, big thank you. We'll see you next Thursday. And also, too, we'll see you in Sydney on Tuesday the 10th. So, friends, keep connecting. Round of applause. Let's sign off the evening. Thank you, everyone. We love your work.